Welcome back to the Charleston Cat Groomer channel. We are grooming a cat today that was a little scary last time. Now this cat I would not label as aggressive, but I would label her as intentional. She bites hard, but she gives very little to no warning. We know how to read cats. It's always a surprise. She's done it before, so we know that she's going to do it. So we're going to prepare as if she's going to bite us. Maybe she won't today, but we can't take a chance. She was supposed to come on medication today, and she did not. When your groomer or your veterinarian suggests medication for your cat, it's for your cat's benefit as well as for our benefit. We don't want her to be scared here. We don't want her to feel like she has to bite us. She's doing that out of fear. She's not doing it because she's a mean cat. She's not doing it because she wants to, be aggressive. She's doing it because she's scared. Sometimes cats are just like horses. They see something out of the corner of their eye and they just kind of flip. So we're going to get her out. Her name is Pepper. She's a ragdoll and she has one of the biggest coats we've seen. Her dad tried to keep her long for probably about a year. We ended up having to do a line cut last year because he couldn't keep up with it at home. And the cat can't keep up with it at home either. Honestly, it's very, very long. It's very hot. She's growing out from a line cut today. We're going to do a plush cut on her and we're going to shave her butt really short. And that makes it easy for her to deal with at home, easy for dad to deal with it at home, and less time in between grooming appointments. One of our most difficult jobs as a cat groomer is trying to figure out how to get carriers apart and put them back together. This one's pretty simple. And if the cat is going to be a scaredy cat or slightly aggressive, we do like to take the top off just so it's not as stressful for them getting them out. And if you hear a cat in the background, that is my cat. He's here for the day. And he's going to be talking a lot, so you'll just hear little meows in the background. All right. First, we are going to trim her nails. Now, I've already got my bite busters on just in case. So typically, she starts out in a good mood. She usually loses her cool about midway through the groom. In the bath or in the dryer is usually where she works herself up. I just felt her sigh. So I'm paying attention to her body language. She's not really doing anything. She's just kind of sitting here. I'm going to put a comb on her now while I do her back nails, just in case she wants to try to pull something. Back nails are probably the hardest nails to do on any cat. Luckily, she sits here pretty well for it, but a lot of them do not. Okay, so she is nails cut. We're gonna clean her ears because she's gonna end up with a happy hoodie on. Take this off in a second. Her ears are actually pretty dirty. She's a greasier cat. Lots of cats have oily skin, oily chins. That's what chin acne and stud tail. So as you can see, she's very dirty. Her ears are very dirty and we clean them every time. I would be interested to see if she has chin acne too. We'll take a look at that in a minute. We'll see. We'll see if you have chin acne. It's a little dirty there, but I don't see much. She has a cute little spot by her nose though. All right. She's just did a big sigh again. Let's put this on. All right, so plush cut. What is a plush cut? If you've watched this channel before, you know, but I will go over it again for anybody that doesn't know. Kind of makes them like a plush toy. That's why we call it a plush cut. Makes them short but not shaved, easy to manage at home. And we usually use, so this cat we did yesterday got a 1/4 inch, which is super short. But we usually use a 5/8 or 1/2 inch blade guard. And I have a 30 blade. When you're doing a plush cut, the cat cannot be matted because this clipper guard has to move through hair. So it doesn't work if your cat is matted. If your cat's matted, it has to be shaved. So she's pretty tense. She's trying to like curl up into a ball. I'm gonna try my best to stretch her out. But that also tells me that she could bite. So I'm being super gentle with moving her around. I can feel her body. Every time I touch her, she kind of flinches, like she doesn't know what's about to happen. And that also tells me that she's on edge. Kind of like if you had a blindfold on and you couldn't see what was happening. She just doesn't know what all this is. Even though she's done it before, she still reacts to it. We actually did her probably 2 or 3 times before she ever acted out or bit. All right, I'm gonna have to flip her over this way. So we were surprised when she did. A lot of times as cats get older, we've been doing her since she was, I don't know, probably like 10 months old. A lot of times as cats get older, they get braver, or a lot of times if they've been here multiple times, they get braver because at first they don't know us. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what we're capable of. But as they come more and more, they kind of get a feel for everything. And it's just like your kid with a teacher or a babysitter, or sometimes, you know, somebody they've never met. The more time they spend with them, the more they'll act up. She's a very dirty butt. Pretty gross. So we typically go backwards for flush cuts, but sometimes we go with the grain of the hair. Just kind of depends. Going backwards makes it shorter. A lot of people with long-haired cats end up going for a plush cut or a line cut because they underestimate or just don't do their research the amount of time and maintenance that goes into taking care of a long-haired cat. If you have a long-haired cat and you want to keep it in full coat and their coat is as big as this cat, it's going to be a 15-minute combing session every day. Okay, now it's time for a bath. Hopefully we'll put music to this part, but if we don't, just hum to yourself. few outbursts. If I would have had a cone on her, she probably would have bitten me. Put my bite busters on midway through. Like I said, she's very intentional, and that's why we're nervous around her. All right, she has been in the dry bow for about 35 minutes, our little box dryer. She's still slightly damp. We're gonna fluff her up in the big dryer. We have a happy hoodie and a cone on, and I have my gloves on. Overall, she did well. Would still classify her as a cat that needs medication because she had some outbursts, and nobody wants to go to the hospital today. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share, ring that bell. Every view helps.